Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's McDonald to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Throwing is McDonald. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. 5 yards remain on second down. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Out of the gun, McDonald. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. McDonald sets to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
From the gun, it's McDonald. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. McDonald. this one is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And this one is right through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Jakeem Grant now to return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson being chased out left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Now Jackson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Jackson now. And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. Takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there. These two teams met in Baltimore, you might remember earlier in the year, with the Ravens winning that game. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Jackson to throw. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted them. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. So
in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. McDonald. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Play action. It's McDonald. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Malik Harrison able to record his 5th sack of the season. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Back to throw. McDonald. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 26.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's McDonald off of the play fake. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now Chubb running right. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple plays ago, that if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it. And you're right. It was a confident call and a decisive run to pick it up.
They'll run for it here with McAllister. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
It's a quarterback sneak. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up the 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They go play action now. Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jackson from the shotgun. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On 1st and 10, McDonald. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get in the field goal range. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Again, Jackson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free. Jackson now on 2nd and 10.
That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Jackson will throw again. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
At the 33-yard line.
4 yards remain for second down. From the gun, Jackson going up top. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. This is Jakeem Grant. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing is Jackson. Slings it to Anders, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. When you think about this strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, McDonald. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
McDonald sets to throw. And that is caught. It's Wrigley. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Still 9 remaining on second down. Throwing is McDonald. He completes it to Ridley. And the Browns are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. Nick Chubb, his 17th touchdown now in the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
To throw once more on second and 10. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. There he goes right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
And talk about a quick answer. This looked like a missed assignment. You'd think someone would be able to rein him in after he makes this catch, but he's so slippery in the open field, he's able to take it all the way to the end zone.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's McDonald to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. McDonald. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. Gets around him. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Well, one of the ways ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play. Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, McDonald going out wide, finds Chubb. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 34-yard line.
Play action. It's McDonald. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 44, Jackson. Buying time to his left. And they can't bring him down. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Not sure how you feel about it, but to me, I think we're seeing it in front of our eyes. This league continues to change. Look at the moves you ordinarily get from a running back from the quarterback position.
Yeah, that's like a Le'Veon Bell type move right there. But you're exactly right. The game's kind of evolving in that way, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the quarterback is rapidly becoming an extra running back as well. I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 11. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Dobbins. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Edwards. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Gus Edwards, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Throwing on 1st down. McDonald. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, McDonald. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 48-yard line.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. McDonald. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. On first down, it's Edwards. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And the Browns are right back in this football game. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. The 20.
Oh, that's
10.
the way to run it, boy.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 7 on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Grant sets to return it. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. He's going deep for Brown. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a
one-score game. They'll look to run with Edwards. Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Jackson. Step, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Browns are going to win the football game. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. 2nd and 5. And again, it's Chubb. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over 1 minute to go in the game. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Checking in on Houston, it's in the 4th quarter there. It's late in that one, and the Texans have moved out in front. The win would be just their 2nd of the year if they could hold on. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with an extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. Set to go now with the kickoff. These 2 teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The return man is Grant. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Offense set at the line for this next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now. The ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. And that play, Charles, diagnosed pretty well.
It absolutely was, because coming from inside out, he took a great angle that time, didn't he? Sometimes you have to pick through trash. Sometimes you have an open space. But on that bootleg, he was right on the spot. Really nice job tracking him down in the open field.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And he slips up past, thrown 3 interceptions in regulation, but looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play call to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light still on for him.
And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a first down. Here's Jackson to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll make it second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Play action. It's Jackson. Rolling to his right. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
The Browns' drive about to get started. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Two minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look, 6 DBs. McDonald sets to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that...
Oh, and it's intercepted! Marcus May with a pick. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw a 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Throwing is McDonald. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Let's get that
swagger,
y'all. Let's get that
swagger. And a game winner in OT. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because